Want worry-free flooring? Innovia Extreme Clean Carpet from Carpet One has permanent stain protection built into every fiber, so most stains clean up easily with plain water. See for yourself at Carpet One Floor and Home.
20-year-old Will Gregory of Cross Plains and former student of East Robertson High School is studying to be an agriculture teacher, a decision that would ultimately take him to the tarmac of the Nashville International Airport and a meeting with the President of the United States. Join Smoky Barn News in a sit-down interview with one very proud father and his son, Mark and Will Gregory.
So back in December, a little bit before Christmas, my FFA officer team was gathered together, and my advisor asked me what I was doing on January 8th, and I didn't have anything planned at the time. He said, well, would you like to meet President Trump? And I said, sure, and I thought I would just be seeing him from the audience. I didn't think I'd actually get to go and shake his hand, but sure enough, the White House started emailing me soon after that, and they got it all set up, and I got to meet him coming right off the plane.
So you're right there on the tarmac?
Yes, sir.
Was that intimidating at all?
Yeah, I didn't think it would be at first, but once we actually started walking out there, this army of news people were all gathered around, and there were only 10 or 12 of us greeting him when he came off the stairs. And when they opened the door and he came out, I thought, wow, this is a bigger deal than I thought.
Did Secret Service put you through any kind of security measures?
Oh, yeah, there was a lot of security. They emailed me about a week before. They got all my information, and had to go through really tight security, so they're doing a good job, at least.
Well, one of the reasons that Will got an opportunity to meet the president was he's currently serving as the state treasurer for the Tennessee FFA Association, so he's spent this past year representing them and traveling about the state, and this is just one of those opportunities that was presented as a result of being elected an officer.
Mark, you must be very proud of your son.
Oh yeah, we're very proud of him, not only for the opportunity he had to meet the president, but just the fine young man that he's become, the achievements that he's had in his short lifetime here of 20 years has just been fantastic, and we're really proud of him. It sort of hit us after a while that, wow, this is really a big deal.
Being a state officer, I get to serve all of the over 14,000 members of the Tennessee FFA Association, and that involves traveling all around the state, doing visits at different chapters, running the camp in the summer, which is really fun, and also getting to go to conventions like this, and occasionally a big opportunity like meeting the president. My other state officer teammates are actually in Africa right now doing agriculture mission work.
After you met President Trump, you shook his hand. What happened after that?
Well, after we shook his hand, he talked to us for a brief minute, and then he went over to the crowd that was standing there. He actually, I heard he wasn't supposed to, but he went and greeted them also, which I thought was a really nice gesture. Well, he talked to me and Grant Hitchcock, the boy from 4-H, and we were the only two young men there, and he asked us who we were. We had on our official dress for the occasion, so we stood out a little bit, and so he asked us who we were, and we told him about 4-H and FFA. Not a long conversation, but a very memorable one.
So tell me about your interest in, tell me about how you launched, or what developed your interest in farming agricultural education.
So as I was growing up, my dad here was an ag teacher for 23 years. He even taught at East Robertson High School for 6 of those years, and he said he's the career tech specialist now. So I grew up around FFA, and then once I got into middle school, I didn't really involve myself with it very much then, but once I got into high school, I was put in an ag class because I didn't know what else to take, and so I kept seeing it again, and I was like, maybe this is worth a try, and so I got involved, in my advisors. At the time, it would have been Miss Heiss and Mr. Elliott. They really got me involved, and it's been all downhill from there. So
you also attended East Robertson High School, and you were a teacher there as well, is that right?
Yes, sir. I attended East Robertson from 1977 to 81. Left and went in the military for a short period to get training for the National Guard. Got my degree in ag education at Tennessee Tech in 1986. And then after teaching in West Tennessee for 17 years, I came back to Robertson County in 2003 to teach at East Robertson.
So your son's following your footsteps. You must be very proud.
Yes, sir, I am. I didn't really expect that, but as he got involved in FFA as a freshman, he got excited about ag and really made that decision on his own. There was really not any pressure put on him to look at that as a career.
I just love the community of the agriculture industry. At the Farm Bureau convention this week that I went to, I didn't know a lot of people there, but we were all united for agriculture, and so I could just talk to random people in the convention, and we all had common experiences that we could talk about. So that's what I love about this industry, is the community that we have together.
Is it a good feeling to make your dad proud, following in his footsteps? How does that feel?
It feels good, and as he said, it wasn't something that was completely intentional. I feel like I came by it naturally. I never felt like I had to be an ag teacher because that he was. I just came to the conclusion that this is something that I can do and that I'm going to really enjoy, and I'm proud that he was a part of it, and I'm proud that I get to be a part of it too.
So where are you 10 years from now?
I'll be teaching ag at a high school, hopefully somewhere in Tennessee, and like I said, it would be an honor if I could come back to Robertson County someday.
What would be your graduation date and then launch into a career? What would the soonest that be?
I plan to graduate in the year 2020 in May, and hopefully I'll graduate by then, and then I'll be on my way to teaching somewhere.
So if East Robertson contacted you, you would accept that opportunity to teach agriculture?
I think so. The ag teachers there are really great right now, but if another position opened up, I wouldn't hesitate.
So 20 years, you look back, meeting the president, what will you say to your kids?
I'll say, well, first of all, his hair is real and his hand's normal size, but also it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and I would love to go do it again with any president.
Smoky Barn News would like to thank WSMV News 4 out of Nashville for lending us this incredible video of Will meeting the president. And remember, when you're looking for news that's important to you, turn to the news leader in Robertson County, Smoky Barn News.
I like to go ha, 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 ha. I like to go he, 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 he. We have a lot of fun, my mouth and me.
I like to go. I like to go. I like to go.
Big City Dining in Springfield. Depot Bar and Grill.